Sorry for the late start. Dinner took a bit longer than I though. Getting started in 5-ish min. Link any politics you want to ALK about. Where's Waldo? Being late like an ass.
Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? My name is Waldo, and I'm here to feel the politics with you tonight. Hang on, let me fix my hair. Stupid headset goofs it up sometimes. So, um, did anything happen today? Oh yeah, look at the title. Trump took the stand. Bum bum bum. Let's take a look over here. Sorry I was late, everybody. I was eating dinner. It's a thing that people do sometimes. Is you sit down, you eat dinner. Come on, thing. Window capture. No, we want there. Then we want here. And we want. Nope. F5. Come on. You can do it. Like there's a drop down box in OBS, but it lies a lot. It will tell you about things that were open a week ago, but it won't tell you about the things that are open right now. It's a very complicated process being a streamer, and OBS is just working against me at every turn. Click over here, and then click over here, and then click over here. Nope, still not there. Let's go to, nope, nope.
Sounds
And
rough.
it is pretty rough. Um, so if you're paying attention, if you're watching, hop into chat. Tell me what you're thinking and what your hot takes are for the super fun politics of the day. Uh, put any links that you've got for stories that you want to see covered, and I will take a look at them and we'll just make some opinions up. And let's try this again. We go here, we go there, still nothing. Okay, let's go back to full screen. Then let's hit the F5, maybe. That'll do it. And then we go down to, let me click on this one to get it up on the screen, maybe. Then we go to window capture. Why are you, no, main screen, this one. Then we go to window capture 2, and then we do the drop down box, and it's got, there. Now it's there. It's a drop down box. There were 3 options when I did it about a minute ago. This time there were 4. We need to make it smaller because it's
Trump's
too
legal
big.
team wasn't putting up the LPM he's accustomed to, so he went full hold my beer.
Entirely. Possibly he wasn't putting up the LPM. What's LPM? I'm too old and stupid to know what that means.
Lies per minute.
Yeah. Uh, they weren't putting up the LPMs that he's used to, so he went and did it himself. Uh, that is entirely possible. He doesn't pay enough for the LPMs, man. He doesn't pay enough for the lives per minute. He doesn't pay them enough. He is running out of money. Okay, so this one. Here we go. Red-faced Trump rages a judge during historic fraud trial testimony. The former president's attorneys are ordered to control him for his evasive answers. Um, the judge overseeing the trial orders the attorneys to control him for his evasive and meandering answers on the witness stand. Within the first hour, God, there were multiple hours of that. Can you imagine? Ugh. During the first hour of his testimony, the increasingly frustrated Judge Arthur, cool guy, and counsel with the Office of New York Attorney General Letitia James tried to get him to answer questions about his net worth and assets without giving speeches from the stand. His answers are not only non-responsive, they're repetitive. They're only not only is he not talking about what he's supposed to, he just rambles all over the place about nothing. Over the next several hours, he accused Mrs. James of trying to demean and hurt him politically, slammed her as a political hack, called the case a disgrace, and told a lawyer with Miss James' office that he should be ashamed of himself. Just normal things to do while you're on the witness stand. Gesturing with his hands, uh, his very tiny, tiny hands. As he fumed on the witness stand, he turned his complaints toward the judge. You ruled against me, and you said I was a fraud. Um, he called me a fraud, and he didn't know anything about me. Um, well, he didn't call you a fraud, uh, Donald. He didn't call you a fraud. He used evidence in a court case to prove you're a fraud. There's a difference.
There are tons of Trump bucks out there, just use those to pay law fees.
There's not as many as there used to be. There were a lot, but now there are less. Mr. Trump's testimony arrives at the 6-week trial. Yes, great. Um, Inflating his net worth by $2 billion a year over a decade. He's not, again, he lies on a much higher level than anybody else. You know, some people will lie, but this guy will lies in the billion range. Uh, Mr. Trump berated the case, the judge, and the attorney general as Trump haters in what he has baselessly characterized as a Democrat conspiracy against his return to the White House. Weaponization, we call it. The former president. We'll watch this video in a minute. There's some. I thought there was some more good stuff down here. His testimony arrived 2 days after the testimony of his sons, Don Jr. and Eric Trump, who both claimed that they had nothing to do with the creation of their father's statements of financial condition, the allegedly fraudulent documents at the center of the case that were provided to financial institutions. They were just something, you would have for yourself if you were borrowing money. They were not really documents that the banks paid much attention to. They weren't. They just weren't very important element in the bank's decision-making process. And we'll explain that as the trial goes along. Crazy trial as it goes along. Motherfucker. Statements of financial condition that have fraud on them were given to banks, and now the banks make decisions based on that number that you have given them. And if you are lying to banks, you are committing fraud. And and he just goes up there and says they're not paying much attention to it. That's the only thing they're paying attention to. He testified that those statements are the opposite of the Attorney General's case and much larger than reported, with his allegedly inflated values for his properties omitting the unreported brand value, the Trump brand value, worth a whole bunch of money. Except, it's not. Uh, I became president because of my brand value. I sell books at a level that are incredible. Um, he described the Attorney General's case against him as phony things and defrauding banks. There was no victim, and then you say you defrauded them. Judge Engeron interrupted him to address his attorneys. Can you control your client? He says. This is not the political realm. I've asked several times to answer the question. I don't think that we want editorializing. We'll be here forever and accomplish nothing. That is an amazing summary of Trump, isn't it? Editorializing and accomplishing nothing. That's a very good way to describe him.
Worth a whole bunch of money, but constantly asking for money from his rubes.
Exactly. He needs that money. Can you control Mr. Trump? Trump's attorney. You're in control of the courtroom, not me. Judge says, can you control him? And the attorney's like, no, you're in control. At which point Judge Engeron said, I beseech you, control him. If you can't, I will. That means put him in handcuffs and take him out, or make decisions without him being there anymore. Who's saying this? This is Trump's lawyer saying this is a situation where you have on the stand a candidate for president of the United States. And so the most efficient way I would ask you to ask the court is to listen to what he has to say and you weigh it. The court needs to hear what he has to say about these statements and why they're reliable. The judge fired back to that and said, these people are not here to these people are not here to hear what he has to say. They are here to... That's a lot of hears in one sentence, you guys. All right, let's try again. These people are not here to hear what he has to say. He is here to answer questions. Sit down already. This is a very unfair trial, and I hope the public is watching, says Mr. Trump. So he told her to sit down, and she's very upset by that.
You have a right
Check
to
out
hire
Waldo's
a lawyer
videos
who can stand up and
https
say something when they see something wrong.
www.youtubecom at Waldo
But I was
videos.
told to sit down. You have a right to hire a lawyer who can stand up and say something when they see something wrong. But I was told to sit down today. I was yelled at, and I've had a judge who is unhinged slamming a table. Let me be very clear. I don't tolerate that in my life. I'm not going to tolerate it here. And you know what? You shouldn't either.
This
Dodo!
whole situation here has become...
Why did you start a new video about a completely different story? Fucking internet. All right. Anyway. Oh no, she got yelled at. Oh, oh, oh.
Wow,
Oh,
the projection.
No. She got yelled at when she was doing a bad thing. The judge yelled at her when she was breaking the rules in the court of law. These are not serious people, but they have nothing to go on. They have no facts. When you have no facts, you have to just play up the drama. And that's what they're going for. Play up the drama. Maximize that drama. Oh, this is the photo. The painting, the drawing. No, I want the painting. Get back here, you... Again, with the websites. All right, there we go. It's pretty good. He's gotta hate that. God, we should put that on a poster and take it to his rallies. Okay, so...
On screen.
Ugh, lame. Okay, yeah. I didn't put it on stream. This stream... I'm so excited, you guys. I'm streaming so badly. And there. The little painting there. It's very good. We should put that on picket signs and take it to his rallies. He's very good. And then I think that was all for the... Yeah. He called it very unfair. And he walked out, and then that was it.
Painter is obviously paid off. Those hands are too big.
You might be right. Those hands are way too big. We should shrink them. Oh, God, I'm going to Photoshop them into being smaller. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to save this photo right here. And I'm going to Photoshop them smaller. Save image as... Yeah, we're gonna do that. Into the place where I put all my thumbnails for YouTube. We're gonna do that. Then that's all for that. What was I thinking? Okay, so I didn't realize this until I started reading more about it. He's already been found guilty in this trial. It's over. We know that he is. The judge on a bench, he ruled from the bench, which Trump's lawyers didn't stop from happening because they're dumb. They're very, very dumb and very bad at their job. They didn't stop the judge from looking at the evidence and making a decision. They didn't stop him from doing so. He legally is allowed to do that. It's called a bench ruling. Happens all the time. If you have smart lawyers, they will stop that from happening. If you have dumb lawyers who are paid poorly and are working to advance their own careers, they might not notice that, and they might goof that up. So it's literally been... Okay, the judge has already actually found him liable of fraud. What are we doing in this trial then? The judge is determining how much They have to pay for it. This is a sentencing trial. If they brought forth a bunch of intelligent arguments put forth by smart lawyers and put intelligent people up on the stand, then the amount they have to pay would be lower, and they might be able to get a business license in New York after that. They didn't do any of that. They put Trump's kids on the stand who are buffoons. They have piss poor lawyers who are paid poorly and don't know what they're doing. And they put Trump on the stand to piss the judge off and violate gag orders. So that makes the
Same thing that happened to AJ. It's any easy exercise to claim that it's a sham trial most people don't understand or know about a bench judge.
Yep, it's true. That same things happened to AJ, and that makes the punishment go up. That makes the punishment go up. And so it's going to get pretty high. It's going to get big, I think. The punishments are going to go way up. And I think it's going to go very badly for him. So I didn't even realize that at first. I thought that we were still determining whether or not it happened. It's over. It's done with. We know it happened. Happened. Judge said you're guilty and you are criminally, not criminally, but what's the word? It's a what kind of case? You're liable for the case. You're liable for the fraud. You're not criminally guilty. That comes next, which is right here. That's happening next. Because guess what? No, not that one. This one.
AJ and Trump are going to have to start a law review podcast.
They're not going to be a law review so much as a lawyer review. I think you got something there though, KVP. They start a lawyer review where they determine who is a good lawyer and who isn't. I think that would be a fun thing for them to do because they could complain about individual lawyers and how well they did or how bad they did. And then it would be a podcast and we'd all listen. And then they'd go the Spotify route or something like that with Joe Rogan where you can't watch it on YouTube and stuff like that, so that you would have to pay to be on there. Oh, that would be, they'd make a bunch of money. I don't think they'd make enough for
Don't Know Shit the podcast.
Don't Know Shit the podcast. Good call. Shouldn't said that. I don't. They wouldn't make enough money to pay off AJ's loan, legal bill, but they'd make some. So what is this? This is Jack Smith, a new court document. Trump is responsible for the events at the Capitol on January 6th. So this is not a good sign for him. This is bad news for Trump. Responding to a motion by Donald Trump's legal team, federal prosecutors on Monday argued allegations related to the events at the U.S. Capitol on January 6th are relevant and probative in the Washington, D.C. case against the former president. So this is all lawyer talk. But the important part here is that the Trump legal team argued on October 23rd that because none of the 4 felony counts in the case directly charge Trump with responsibility for the actions of the Capitol, actions at the Capitol on Jan 6th, allegations related to these actions are not relevant and are prejudicial and inflammatory and should be stricken from the indictment. In the response filed on Monday, prosecutors countered by arguing that Trump is, in fact, responsible for those events. So Trump's legal team says, nuh-uh, and then the government legal team says, yeah. And this is specifically what they said. The court should recognize the defendant's motion for what it is, a meritless effort to evade the indictment's clear allegation that the defendant is responsible for the events of the Capitol on January 6th. Indeed, that day was the culmination of the defendant's criminal conspiracies to overturn the legitimate results of the presidential election, when the defendant directed a large and angry crowd, one that he had summoned to Washington, D.C., and fueled with knowingly false claims of election fraud, to the Capitol to obstruct the congressional certification proceeding. All right, so that's the important part. They are telling us specifically he is responsible for this. His lawyers have said, hey, nuh-uh. And then they're like, yeah, you did it. Here's the thing. We are charging you and your client, Mr. Trump. He is responsible for these things. He did it, and we are going to try to prove that he did it in a court of law. They tried some lawyerly tricks and stuff like that to get him out of it, but it's not going to work because they are absolutely coming for him. Knowingly false claims of election fraud. That is important. That is a large. That's a large charge. Very large charge. So I think this is all very lawyerly talk, but it is very important, and it is going to happen. It's coming. What else do we have? I don't think this one was anything good. That one wasn't anything good, but this here is the payback. The plot for MAGA's revenge should scare voters straight. The fact that people are saying Trump would rather be president than Biden is nothing more than a primal scream.
A charge of bigly proportions.
A bigly charge. Okay, good job. Thanks.
I did.
Okay. It's fun to get interrupted.
Wallpaper? They can't see it because it's on the.
Well, I am kind of busy at the moment, kid.
I know. I just noticed it.
Okay, great. Thank you for interrupting.
You're welcome.
I was being sarcastic. Get out of here.
Well, I was also being sarcastic.
How could you? Anyway, I think this is all. So this guy, or this lady, actually, Heather, is just spouting some opinions, but she's talking about that thing that I noticed last time, that I mentioned last thing. It was Agenda 47. It's very exciting. It's just a list of 5-minute little YouTube videos that Trump puts out, and I might watch a few of them. You guys want to watch a 5-minute Trump video with me? Let's see. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. History, complaints. But basically what they want to do is deconstruct the administrative state. This is what I've also been reading in the Project 2025 document. They want to deconstruct the administrative state so that they can take out that deep state and fill it with Trump fans and people who will do everything Trump says, no matter how legal it isn't or is. They will literally just do whatever he wants. Laws be damned. Donald Trump and his allies have begun mapping out specific plans for using the federal government to punish critics and opponents should he win the second term. With the former president naming individuals he wants to investigate or prosecute, and his associates drafting plans to potentially invoke the Insurrection Act on his first day in office to allow him to deploy the military against civil demonstrations. Trump complains when actual judges use rules and law against him, and what he wants to do is investigate people for no reason and hold them criminally liable for things that Trump made up. He's going to have a kangaroo court. He's going to cancel the right to protest. He's going to cancel that part of the First Amendment. It's just gone. And the Republicans are going to look at me and they're going to come into my comments and tell me that he's the constitutional choice. That Donald Trump is the one who loves the Constitution. That he is the one who...
Wait, this sounds like the weaponization of the federal government against the people.
It sure does sound like that. Because Republicans always do the things that they're complaining about. If Donald Trump is complaining about weaponizing the federal government, it's because that's what he's been doing.
But it's not coming from a Democrat.
So that makes it okay. You're right. That's true. If it comes from a Democrat, it's evil and poisonous. if it comes from Trump, it's right, correct, and glorious. So they're just putting it directly out there. They're just telling us they are going to use the Insurrection Act to stop civil demonstrations against the First Amendment. They don't care. Let's watch one of these. I wanted to watch the one about edumacation. There we go. Edumacation. So here it is. Here we go. This is Agenda 47.
The United States spends more money on education than any other country in the world, and yet we get the worst outcomes. We're at the bottom of every list. In
That sounds like a capitalism problem, boss.
total, American society pours more than $1 trillion a year into public education systems.
First sentence is a lie.
Exactly. And even if it were true, it's because of profit-seeking colleges, profit-seeking schools. Those are not good. They seek profit, so they will raise those prices as high as they can.
But instead of being at the top of the list, we are literally right smack, guess what, at the bottom. Rather than indoctrinating young people with inappropriate racial, sexual, and political material, which is what we're doing now.
No, we're not doing that. We're preparing them for the future and the reality that exists, not the 1950s, boss. Sorry. We're not preparing kids to go out and be a VCR repairman. You know, that would be a bad plan. You know, go to college, learn to repair VCRs. That's a dumb plan. Go to college, learn to fix stagecoaches. That's a bad plan.
Our schools must be totally refocused to prepare our children to succeed in the world of work and in life and the world.
They need to be repurposed. So that sounds like a pretty big government job, you know? There's going to have to be a whole bunch of people that come in together, determine how to refocus them, and then that department interested in education. I mean, we're going to have a whole department for it, I think.
Of keeping our country strong so they can grow up to be happy, prosperous, and independent citizens. We owe our children great schools that lead to great jobs and leads to an even greater country that we're living in
Hang on,
right
I'm going
now.
back. I'm going back. Hang on.
So they can grow up to be happy, prosperous, and independent citizens. We owe our children great schools that lead to great jobs and leads to an even greater country that we're living in right now. Right now, we're living in a failing nation because of Joe Biden and these people running it. They're Marxists, they're communists, what they're doing to our country.
I wish Joe Biden
Independent as long as they vote red.
That's a good point. I wish Joe Biden were a communist or a Marxist. God.
It's incredible, but we'll take care of that for our children. Here are 10 key ideas that will power our movement for great schools. First,
10 ideas. Ready, guys? They're going to be blockbusters, I'm sure.
First, we will respect the right of parents to control the education of their children.
That's a dumb idea. Parents are stupid. All of them. Even me. Completely stupid. If the teacher says this is the best thing for the kid, then I will take their word for it.
I am sure they will violate the 10th Amendment.
They sure will. I'm sure that'll come up.
Second, we will empower parents and local school board to hire and reward great principals and teachers, and also to fire the poor ones, the one whose performance is unsatisfactory. They will be fired. Like on The Apprentice, you're fired.
Shinsinto, do terrible teachers not get fired? Because that's what Republicans tell me all the time. They tell me that constantly, that it's impossible to fire teachers, and you can
That happens anyway.
What, they get fired or they don't? Because the Republicans tell me all the time that it's impossible to fire teachers, no matter how shitty they are. They just don't do their jobs anymore. They just show up and pick their nose.
Try get fired or replaced.
They get fired or replaced. Exactly. But according to Republicans, that never happens. It doesn't happen. according to them. It's impossible for them to get fired or replaced.
Third, we will ensure our classrooms are focused not on political indoctrination, but on teaching the knowledge and skills needed to succeed. Reading, writing, math, science.
He doesn't do any of those. Donald Trump can't read. He can't write. He doesn't believe in science.
Arithmetic.
He can't do arithmetic. But, yes, all of those are done by like 10th grade, man. All of them are. uh, even high school, those subjects are like bringing those subjects to a fine point. I was done with the
Can't
multiplication
even
tables.
figure out how much his company is worth.
Good point. He doesn't know how much his company's worth. He can't do arithmetic. He can't count votes. He doesn't know how many votes got cast and how many didn't.
Look at that frame.
Look at that. That's a good frame too. Yeah, got the teeth. Okay, what do we got? We got, yeah, the reading, writing, arithmetic. Great. Those are done by like 4th or 5th grade. Man, after that, it's the specific stuff. It's the important
Picked
things.
a hell of a day to stop.
I'm trying to ramble on longer and longer just so I can leave it there for you, KBP. But we got to move on.
And other truly useful subjects. Fourth, we will teach students to love their country, not to hate their country like they're taught right now. Fifth, we
Shinsinto, on an hourly basis. I mean, maybe break this down into like a week. How many hours per week do you teach your students to hate America? I'm interested.
0.
Not according to Mr. Donald Trump. This is just more Republican fantasy, isn't it? They're taught to hate America. No, they're taught what is real, and what is real is antithetical to Republican thought. That's what it is, Mr. Trump. Schools are not teaching children to hate America. Schools are teaching children what is real. And what is real is antithetical to Republican talking points. So the Republican parents and the Republican base hear what is opposite, hear reality, and think that they're teaching the kids to hate America. It's madness. Because they are the backward people.
We will support bringing back prayer to our schools.
Oh, good. That'll help. Thank God. Prayer back in the schools. I mean, what could possibly go wrong, right?
Sixth, we will achieve school.
Where's Emo Waldo in chat? Let's fill it up. Emo Waldos. There they are. Emo Waldos all over chat. For all the prayers in school.
Check out Waldo's videos https://www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos.
That's annoying. But I like the voice lady. I'm just going to have to spread that out a little bit. I'm going to have to turn off it happens automatically after X number of posts, and I forget, and then it talks at me. Anyway, okay, so prayer in schools. What's next?
Schools that are safe, secure, and drug-free, with immediate expulsion for any student who harms a teacher or another student. 7.
They already do that, right? Like, hell, I was reading that story about the kid in Texas who like got put in solitary confinement for 3 days for saying something about the teacher, even though no one even believes that he did it. Boss, when things happen at school, the cops show up and then you get taken away.
Depending on the situation, but yeah.
I mean, if you harmed another student or a teacher, they take you away. It's already a thing.
We will give all parents the right to choose another school for their children if they want. It's called school choice.
It's a dumb idea and shouldn't be done. I've said it before and I'll say it again. School choice is a privilege that upper class people get, middle class people who have a little bit more time and money are allowed to have, and it rots the public school system. And it is a dumb idea pushed by morons. Oh, look, here's one.
Eighth, we will ensure students have access to project-based learning experiences inside the classroom to help train them for meaningful work outside the classroom.
Hi.
Already happening.
Yeah, they already have that. That's true. They have those things. They have vocational training, and it's a good thing. But they want more of it. I don't know why, though. I mean, I don't mind more of it, but I think it will be built by them to work on oil rigs or something like that, or to do more natural gas drilling. I don't know. This one doesn't sound terrible, so I don't know. They'll goof it up somehow.
Ninth, we will strive to give all students access to internships and work experiences that can set them on a path to their first job. They're going to be very, very successful. I want them to be more successful than Trump. Let them go out and be more successful. I will be the happiest person in the world. But we want our children to have a great life and be successful. And 10th.
You know what interns do? A lot of hard work. You know what they don't get? Money. And that's exactly what they would do with that. The system would have interns doing all of the
Free
hard
child labor.
work. Free child labor is exactly the point I was getting to. They would have the students do the work that the regular employees don't want to do, and then they would not pay them. Free child labor. Free child labor is the Republican plan. Free child labor is the Republican platform. He just described it. Okay, let's hit 10th. Let's see what 10th is.
We will ensure that all schools provide excellent jobs in career counseling so that high school and college students can get a head start on jobs and careers best suited to their God-given talents. This is how we will ensure a great education for every American child. And one other thing I'll be doing.
Well, that counseling is fine. I don't know. What if there's like a huge boom in DEI counselors, and it would literally get them a job? I mean, he wouldn't be for it. He'd be against that. But
I think we had an internal, almost civil war about free human labor.
good point. Children now become slaves. I mean, Republicans already kind of think that they own their children. So if you own them, you could just make them work for free. Do we have another name for that? I don't think so. I don't think we have a name for that.
Doing very early in the administration is closing up the Department of Education in Washington, D.C., and sending all education and education work and needs back to the states. We want them to run the education of our children because they'll do a much better job of it.
No, they won't.
You can't do worse. We
Yes,
spend
you
more
can.
money per pupil by 3 times than any other nation, and yet we're absolutely at the bottom. We're one of the worst. So you can't do worse. We're going to end education coming out of Washington, D.C. We're going to close it up, all those buildings all over the place, and you have people that in many cases hate our children.
They can do worse.
We're gonna
Florida
send
is
it all
actually
back
trying
to
to
the
do
states.
worse.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah, instead of one Department of Education, he wants 50 little ones. And he wants those 50 little departments of education to create child slavery so that those kids can learn about working and do a bunch of work and not get paid for it. And the red states, like Florida, will absolutely do that. They will put. I wouldn't put it past them to put like this as a requirement for getting a high school diploma is 12 hours a month or something like that of internship where they go in there and just work for free. This is amazing. This is un if if you told me a year ago this is what they would be talking about, I wouldn't have believed you. If you told me 2015 that this is what Trump would be talking about, I wouldn't have believed you. I'd be like, nah, man, you can't just discuss child forced labor on the internet. Everybody would throw a fit at you. They'd all yell at you. But he is such a buffoonish clown, such a fire hose of incoherent nonsense that it's hard to take it seriously. It's hard to complain about one specific ice cube when you're drowning in the Arctic Ocean. You know, like it's hard to explain, but I'm not coming up with any good analogies. So he's a bad guy, and this is a very fun little website that I have. Oops, I shouldn't have closed it. Wait, did I close it? Yeah, I closed it. But I can always go back to it, where I can find more of those fun videos. I'll find some of the good ones, and we'll watch them on the next couple of streams. I can't imagine somebody hearing that and being like, yeah.
Slots. The result is at KBP24. Good job, you got 2 equal emojis x2, you won 100 points.
Good job, KBP, you did it. So, if you're watching, if you're paying attention, please hop into the chat. You can chat at me. You can we will hear your lovely robot lady voice. You can play slots like KVP. Everybody who chats gets 5 points every time you chat, and then you can gamble them because you have a problem. You don't have a problem, KVP. You should keep gambling. You don't have a problem. And that's it for the news. I think tomorrow, it wouldn't surprise me if we got some leaked audio from the Trumpy things tomorrow. I think there was one more that I wanted to look at. Well, let's play some video games. I'll find out if there's any more leaked audio, if there's any leaked audio or anything like that. That'll come out tomorrow. They wouldn't have published it this late at night. So the stories that I read only came out like 2 or 3 hours ago. So they're saving all the really good stuff for tomorrow, and then on Wednesday we'll take a look at it. And then maybe even Wednesday they'll have more stuff because he's got to react to the things that came out, and then all the people are going to have to tweet, and then the tweets are going to have to come out. The Twitter X, formerly known as Twitter, is the name of it now. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing, or a pimp named Slickback. You got to say the whole thing. So X, formerly Twitter. We'll have a whole bunch of more stuff on it tomorrow, and then Trump will put out some 4 a.m. poop tweets, truths, not tweets. Sorry. And there will be drama. That's true. Drama llamas. And we'll watch it, and we'll laugh, and we'll have a good time. Because that's what we do now, is laugh at the funny clown. If he's not a clown, why do I laugh at him so much? Come on, Republicans, come on. If Trump's not a clown, why do I keep laughing at him? Go there, and then we go here, there, and then we go here, and then we go there. Yes? No? Maybe? Maybe. Maybe it worked on the first try. Unless I dropped the entire stream. I don't think I ruined the whole thing. Come on, load faster. Making me nervous.
Good night.
Good night, KBP. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it.
You froze for a second.
Yeah, I thought so. Because there's a window over here, and it gave me the swirly, spinny spinner of death. It's because I am doing complex computer things. Is that it? Nope. What about, let's not do this anymore. Let's try something else. Let's try that. Nope. Failed again. Do love to fail. See, there it is. But it's got all that extra crap underneath it because I'm going to make this one disappear. There we go. All right. Go here, make that bigger. Go here. Why do you change literally every single time? Oh, because you're moving the wrong one. Derp. Well, I'm not smart enough to change it. See, I click that. Then it doesn't do anything. What if I just... Well, I can't. What if I make this big? Here, there we go. How's that? Close, but not quite. Dude, OBS just wiggles stuff around when you're not looking. Anytime you turn the OBS off, it gets mad at you, and it gets very upset. Its feelings are hurt when you turn off OBS. When you hit that big X up in the top right corner, it gets sore at you, and so it moves all your stuff around. And they just kind of aren't where you left them next time. And then when you make changes, it just tells you to go fuck yourself because the changes you made don't matter. So, what if we unlocked it and then changed it, then moved it over a little bit? That's pretty good. Okay, then we lock it back. If it's locked, why are the little red bars moving around? This is nonsense. This is insane. I've had enough of your crap. OBS. Playing video games. Still don't have enough money for Sammy. So we are going to start with you made a good suggestion last time, Shinzenta. We're going to do dog and birds. Doggy. Dog and cats and birds. Dogs and cats and birds. I need this. He farts flowers. Ain't it cute? Poop, poop.
Go to Moonglow.
Poop, poop. You think so? Okay. Go back to Dogo. Go to the Moonglow. Where the damn hell's Moonglow? Whiteout? Mad Forest, Inland Lava, Diary Plant. Gallo, Capella, Ilmoist. Moonglow, there it is, sorry. Moonglow. I passed it. I'm done. Go here. Do that. Oh, look at all that. It's literally everything, isn't it? Yeah, I don't think I'm missing any of it. Okay. So let's pick up all of them. Dog poop on you. Missed one. Oh, get out of here, you dummy. Does this one take place at the bottom of a pool? A swimming pool? Because I think it does. I like...
Yeah, made 300,000 in one run, got lucky and had a 100k gold fever.
Awesome. Let's do... Yeah, 4 seasons. Might as well. Right? Right. Doggy. Then we're going to get the burbs and the cat. So, cats and dogs and birds. And poop and flowers. Yeah, there are a lot of these things lying around, so I could see... Do these things drop monies? When you break the things? Yeah, they do. Alright, alright. I only came in here once or twice to finish off the quests that were here, so I haven't spent a whole lot of time here at the bottom of the swimming pool. No, 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 no. Finishing the greatest jubilee. Get out of here. And I poop on you.
Easy
Right.
eggs too.
Yeah. What was the water? What was that? Banishing the cross. Get out of here, cross. Is it the enemies hitting me? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. It's weird. Oh no, snakes. Night sword, no. I sure could use a weapon, please, but not the night sword. Duplicator, always good, but we're gonna banish that. Increases the enemy speed. Yeah, don't want that. I wanted to do like you suggested last time and like banish them right when I pick them up or cancel the picking up, but I don't remember which ones are bad, which ones are good. I'm too dumb. No and no. Let's do that.
Silver and left good.
Silver and left good. Maybe I can remember that. But I am real dumb. Flash arrow. My old lady's giving me grief because I said I was dumb and she agrees. I don't like flash arrow. Santa water is usually pretty good. And we are in the bottom of a pool, so we should like use the holy water. No one wants the shadow pinion. Ever. Just pooping all over these guys. Poop, poop, poop. Poop, poop, poop. Shadow Servant. Ooh. That could be a fun one. Then we still have room for 2 birds, but we don't have the cat, so we aren't taking it. Birds and cat, come on. Oh, there's a giant lobster crab over here? Look at this giant crab. What are you doing over here, giant crab? You get pooped on too. Get pooped on, crab.
Teach a seminar on crop dusting.
That's what's happening. Crop dust and doggo. Die fools. Nope. Celestial dusting. Yeah. Haha, dummies. Idiots. Oh no! I died. uh. Do the flowers evolve? I don't think they do they? No. Well, it seems maybe the dog can't get the cats. They're just too different. None of that is cats and birds. Alright, we're not going to do that again. Flower power, come on, flowers. Poop some more flowers. Poop flowers at the vampires. Oh, then not a bird, not a cat. Oh, a crab. No birds, no cats. Starting to see a theme here. No birds, no cats. One egghead down. Good. Two eggheads down. Oh, damn. Again, no cats, no birds.
Might need to spend some rerolls.
Yeah. Three eggheads down. Nope. Nope. There's a bird. There we go. Got one bird. Four eggheads down. Okay. One black bird. Need one more white bird, and then the cats. Come on, kitty cats. Crabs. The war of dogs and crabs continues eternally. Is there anything ready to level up? One more on that one. A few more on the water. Some night new. No. Alright, let's level up and evolve this one, hopefully. Nope, no evolutions there, alright. I'm an idiot, alright. Die crabs. Oh no, Venus flytraps. They're going to bite me, said the dog ironically. Purple thingy. No and no and no. Also suck. More luck. Let's do that. Cat. Cats. Alright. And one of these is good for the cat. It's that gold one. That's the one I want. Reroll. There's the gold one. Disco of gold. I love gold. Gonna evolve that now? What are you doing to me? Can't fight. Oh, yeah, blackbird. I should have done the water. Idiot. Could have evolved it. Yeah, gold. Get 'em, kitty cats. Bird. Now, got 2 of them that are ready to evolve. Thank you. Okay, this gold fever thing's been going for quite a while. I think you're onto something there.
You have to max out the candle and spinach first.
Okay. Well, there's a candle.
Check out Waldo's videos https://www.youtubecom at Waldo Videos.
Good idea. White bird, there we go. Got it. Cats. Oh, hey, why have I got 4 little eggheads out here? How'd that happen? 3 little eggheads, anyway. Weird. Is that a normal thing in this stage? Maybe I don't remember. Wow.
The gang's all here.
Giant, thick blackbird lasers. Tiny little whitebird lasers. Something disturbing there. And you went there, not me.
Yeah, it's normal.
More cats. More gold. I should have done bird. Reapers here. 15 minutes? Why 15 minutes? It's one of those weird maps. Well, I got how much gold? 13k. Look like. No, gold are 19,000. Okay, 19's not. 19 is good. 19 is more than I usually get, and I have to get up to 325,000. So another 19 would almost get me there. 19 more would put me at 3.
Oh, sorry, I had it on endless.
Ah, okay. Maybe I could do that next time, and I wouldn't get hounded by the Reaper there. You're right. That is a good call. But that is a good strategery. I will do that and knock out that money, and then we will go caterpillar mode next time on Wednesday. Caterpillar mode. Be prepared for it. All right. Well, that is it for me tonight. I've been on for a whole hour and 18 minutes. Amazing. My name is Waldo Caterpillar Mode, and I appreciate you sticking around tonight and doing feeling all the politics and playing all the video games. I'll be back on Wednesday with more Drama Llama stuff. So I appreciate you here. If you're here and you're paying attention, hop in the chat, say a thing. The robot lady will read it to you, and watch the YouTube videos. The robot tells you to. The robot's telling you to go watch that video right there, which is fun and exciting. I'm up to a whopping 58 subscribers. Very fun. I appreciate everybody who came by, and thanks.